Super Draco, and we're back for stage 128 to build the Battleship Bismarck, the fourth 38 centimeter gun turret. So this build is virtually identical to the Anton gun. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the gun housing and install the vents in those square peg holes, and then the ladders will peg into those four holes to the left. And then behind that we'll attach the rangefinders. So we'll do that real quick and then we'll go to the next section. Okay, next we're going to take the gun barrels and glue those to the connector. Okay, so next we're going to take the clutch and we're going to go ahead and put that into the ring and then basically fit the ring against the back of the connector. So next what we're going to do is we're going to slide that into the cradle. Now you notice mine's not fitting too well. There's some plastic inside that wasn't molded all the way, or mold flashing, I guess you would call it. So I'm just checking the barrels, making sure they're fitted in properly, because I wasn't sure before. I ended up having to disassemble this and shave out the plastics with a scalpel, but I eventually got it fixed. So you see how much trouble I'm having getting it to slide in. I should have just stopped and fixed it right there, but I thought it was just sticking a little bit from a little loose glue from the barrels. Anyway, you put the spring on the clutch. Now this is the way I do it. The actual instructions want you to compress the spring and work it on there and do all this other hard stuff. I'm doing it the smart way, in my opinion. So then once you have the spring on, just slide it up. And you see I'm checking it because it's working, just not quite like the others. So then we're going to take the upper part of the motor mount and attach that to the base with two PB screws. So then we're going to bring in our motor and we're going to put a label on it, labeling it D3. Then we're going to drop the motor into the cradle, well, onto the motor mount, and we want to make sure it meshes with the gear, or the cross-shaped end of it meshes with the clutch. You want the wire pointing up in this orientation, and then we're going to attach the lower part of the motor mount with 2 more PB screws. So then we're going to feed the barrels through the slots on the housing, and then the pegs will just rest on that little cradle. Then we're going to bring in the bottom, or the base of the turret. And then the base of the turret will be attached with 6 PB screws. Okay, so next we're going to install the Agora bar bed into the final section of deck. So just like the other bar beds, you line the what you call it, the hooks with the notches, and just push it in place. And the final thing we've got is an amendment to the motor for the rudders. So what we're going to do is, as you remember, I talked about how the motor was wobbly. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 screws out, we're going to add a pair of washers to it, and then put the screws back in. And that's going to shore it up so the rudder motor is more stable. Alright, and then we're just going to put the screws back in. And that's the end of this stage, which finishes up pack 11. So, that means when pack 12 gets here, we'll be finishing up Bismarck in the next batch of videos. Thanks for watching. I've seen some big growth on the channel. We're up to, let's have a look-see. We are currently at 73 subscribers. So I'll do shout outs and stuff in the next episode of Why. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for pack 12 when we get the final parts of the Bismarck done.